Neil, you want anything from McDonald's? Yeah, man, let me get a Whopper. Wait, don't you mean burgers and flim flies? Man, virility is the spice of life, so let me get a...
From Kurger Bing with them chicken fries.
Let me get some nubbies, let me get some sauce. Let me get some Kurgers, you know I can't stop. Let me get some nads, get some dab up on my face. Cause you know I'm eating it every fast food place. Yeah, hit up LOL, Caesar got that crazy bread. Got the sauce from Papa John's white man. Rolling back to the place that we call Bing. You know we getting doink cause we out here grinding. I tried some good lettuce and you know it's alright. So I'm about to hit the beep lettuce all night.
Kurger Bing.
Coming to you from the most, let me get corner of the internet, it's Late Night with Chill Neil. Tonight, January 13th, we have friend of the show and meme admin behind Harder Rectum, it's Paulo Bruno Karukin. And also the dynamic meme admin team of Kurger Bing, Ian and Travis. With special musical guests, Chill Neil and Bruno Brodelli. And now, here's your host, Chill Neil. Oh, damn. I was trying to get one more chip in before the show started. Sorry, we'll come back to those. Shout outs to the Nacho Cheese Gang. I'm not here to talk to y'all Cool Ranch people tonight. But what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Late Night with Chill Neil. I am very excited to be here with you. It is going to be an action-packed show. We've got some very big accounts coming through. We got my homie, friend of the show, someone that has been loaning his talents to the show for quite a while now, Paulo Bruno Karukin. That man's got so many names, I can't wait to hear more about it. I don't really know where all these names came from. I don't really know if that is actually his real name or not. We're just going to go with it. But then on top of that, for our second guest, we actually have our first duo that we've ever had. It's going to be the duo of Kurger Bing. That's right. A lot of y'all have been theorizing. Damn. Doritos be hitting. Pardon me. A lot of y'all have been theorizing that maybe I am the admin behind, Kurger Bing. A lot of people thought I was the admin behind McDonald's. And y'all just have to understand, I'm deeply inspired by very stupid comedy. I just find it really resonates with my soul. But I do like to start the show by checking in with the chat. Let's see what's going on over here with the chat. We got Daniel Holmes. What's up, man? JB. What's up, man? Jason's. What's up, man? We got Rob Bass. What's up, man? A whole lot of people in the chat. This is cool, man. I love to see you guys. If you got any suggestions, if you got any questions, those kind of things for the show, that's why we like to have the live chat going, is you can shoot us some questions that maybe you would have for the guests or for me even. I don't know. If you guys have any of that kind of stuff. I'm just excited to be here with you. It feels very good to share this internet space with you. I know it's weird. A lot of people are like, damn, why are you going to do a whole hour-long show when people are watching TikToks for less than a minute? Well, man, we are trying to explore the world of internet culture and humor and get to know each other a little better, help each other out. And, that's what I get to do with my friends here on the show tonight. It feels good. It feels real good. In fact, it feels so good, I think it's probably... we should just get right into it. All right, everyone. Let's go ahead and welcome our first guest of the evening. Let's put our hands together for...
Hey, wait a minute. I got something to say first.
Oh, looky here. Look at what the cat dragged in. I thought you were quitting the show, Joe. Last time I saw you, you said I'd be hearing from your lawyers.
Well, look, it didn't work out for me the way I thought. My lawyer said I didn't have a case. And honestly, I need this job. The benefits are good. I gotta see my dermatologist next week. So you know what? I'm trying to make it work.
Well, since you're here, I'd love to clear the air from your last appearance. You accused me of trying to molest you, and, I was just trying to take a drink. And you are a coffee mug after all.
Most coffee mugs don't have sentience, Neil. It's a strange conundrum I find myself in. Can you imagine if your role in life was to be a vessel to transport liquids to people's mouth? I much prefer to be a prop on your desk than have to touch your filthy lips and mustache.
Damn. I wish you could have just said something before. I mean, you didn't have to freak out. I mean, I could get a different cup and, you can just vibe on the desk, Joe.
Wow, you really mean it? I never had a boss who would actually hear out my concerns in the workplace. I've always worked in such toxic work environments. This is really a fresh breath of air.
Hey, man, no worries, Joe. We just want this place to be fun. It's not even really supposed to be work.
Ah, wow, this is such a welcome change. You're really breaking the mold, Neil. And since we're getting friendly, you mind if I have a friend over for a while we're doing the show?
I guess?
Hey, young sausage blanket, come out here. Neil's cool with it.
Yo, what's going down? What's the 411, y'all? Welcome to the show. Me, young sausage blanket. Look out for me here in these streets.
Hey, young sausage blanket, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. It's nice to have y'all and all, but look, we're about to welcome our first guest, Paulo, to the show. Do you think you could just vibe for a bit while we get this going?
Oh, wow. It's like that, huh? My man Joe says come on out and I'll pull up a seat and you already ready to send me off? I mean, what about my 15 minutes, Neil?
Yeah, come on, Neil. Don't be inhospitable here. This is a friend of mine. Show some respect.
I mean, it's not like that. Y'all are cool, and it's just we have a schedule I'm trying to keep.
Look, we're not going anywhere until we get a chance to plug our new podcast. Why else will we be here, Neil?
I don't know. You said you needed this job, but...
Yeah, that's right, everyone. Make sure you tune into our new podcast. It's called Everyone You Know Has a Podcast.
No, it's not. What are you talking about? It's called Coffee and Cars with Pancakes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's it.
Okay, I'll plug the podcast, but then y'all have to go, okay? Everybody, please make sure to check out the new podcast from Joe the Coffee Mug and Young Sausage Blanket called Coffee and Cars with Pancakes, wherever you listen to your podcast. Now, let's go ahead and welcome our first guest of the evening, Paulo Karukin. Damn. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. This is kind of crazy. The coffee mug and the pancakes been getting weird on me, but, I've been waiting to talk to you. Everybody, let's welcome Paulo Karukin to the show. What's up, Paulo?
Hey, thank you for having me on, Neil.
Absolutely. It's been my pleasure. I mean, you're one of the first people that has been really contributing to the show behind the scenes, writing, acting, voice acting, playing characters. And now to be able to have one of our contributing, people to the show be a guest, it's a big deal for me. It feels great.
Yeah, no, it feels good to be on here. Writing for the show and stuff has really given me an opportunity and to improvise and just be able to make up for not being able to perform in like on a stage or do anything like that really, because with the COVID it's pretty much impossible.
Absolutely. Well, I want to ask you more about that, but at the top of the interview, I like to ask some kind of weird icebreaker, kind of get in and back out of your head questions. So this one I had prepared for you. I just want to know, have you ever been lost up in the sauce?
So the other day I was actually at Publix. I don't know if they have those nearby you. I was in the sauce section. I slipped on a grape. If you ever heard my song about dying in Florida, you know that it's very common, people slipping grapes on Florida. And I fell into a giant vat of Prego sauce, and I couldn't find my way out.
You got you got to be kidding me. Are you serious? You both slipped on a grape and fell into a giant vat of Prego sauce. What did it taste like?
Well, unfortunately there was an alligator inside of there, so it tasted kind of fishy.
This is a real deal Florida experience, right?
Yes. We even had a pub sub. I don't know if like I said, I don't know if you're familiar with Publix, but great subs.
I'm familiar with Publix because I grew up in the South. Now, I don't really think I even recall one in Colorado, but they may have them. I'm not even sure. But, speaking of food, Publix and all that, I've seen you posting just very delicious pictures of Brazilian food. I know that's something that you're passionate about. And I just wanted to ask you, as somebody that knows, to people that maybe don't know about Brazilian food, what would you suggest is like the one dish that is like the best that you got to have from some, Brazilian cuisine?
So a lot of people are going to find this controversial, and they might
good.
hate me.
Yes.
But there's a little dish called coxinha.
Okay.
It means like little chicken thigh. The story behind it, they say, is that the Prince of Brazil, he had some type of disability, and he would only eat a specific part of the chicken. One day they ran out of that, so they made this pastry that was shaped like the chicken thigh, and he loved it so much that they made it like the official food for everybody to eat.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a croquette almost.
So you're saying this is like an imitation chicken thigh?
Yes. It looks like a little teardrop. It's really cute.
I love food that looks like food. I mean, that's just speaking my language right there. If you can take a food, turn it into another food, and it's still delicious.
Pretty radical.
All right. Well, something I've been wanting to ask you for a while. I need you to fill me in on the lore of Bruno Brodelli, man. I don't know. I mean, at this point, all the people in the chat, I see them saying shoe. I see them saying, there's a lot of different personas going on in the world, your online performance. Can you just give us a peek through the window of how this came about?
Okay, so when I first remade my Facebook, I was like kind of into the whole conspiracy rabbit hole. I was in high school. I kind of was like paranoid, just started smoking weed, listening to Alex Jones. So I made a new Facebook under the name Edmund Burke.
Damn.
Like the philosopher. I was dumb. I didn't know anything about philosophy back then, really, But then eventually I changed my name around a few times. I started using my Brazilian name, Paulo, and then I had Paulo Bruno, and we were joking around like we were calling each other in a thread, brosif, and then eventually landed on Brodelli. It was like a play on, so then they called me Bruno Brodelli, and I was like, I'm going to change my name to that eventually. And then I was messing with, I believe I was trolling a scammer, and it kind of went south, so I had to change my name on Facebook to Bruno Brodelli. And then I think that happened again, and I changed my name to Shoe Brodelli, because I can't help myself. I always gotta get in some kind of sticky situation online in the performance art of life.
I love I mean, this is fascinating to me. I think there's a lot of stories that we're probably not even getting to hear about with this scam, trolling the scammers. I mean, this is a whole nother, we're going to have to come back to that for another show, because I got so many things I wanted to ask you about. For instance, you were talking about the performance aspect of being, on Facebook, changing names. And, I like to think of you as like, out of all the people that have been on the show, most of them have been making like meme pages and stuff. But like, you and I are part of this community that it used to be called like Weird Facebook. But I think a lot of people, like the OGs in that community, say, well, it's been dead. Weird Facebook's been dead since 2017. So like, just between me and you, what would you call this weird community on Facebook these days?
It's so funny because like I remember when they like wrote the article and defined like weird Facebook, right? Like I was like, so there's like a community. And it was weird because I was never really involved that directly with the people in the community when it was thriving. I got into it late as far as, people realizing that I was kind of doing an adjacent thing to what they were doing, but separately. Like when I was working on I Just Hit My Bong, It's My Homemade Bong, and I'm 11 with Basil Scrooby and stuff, I was kind of adjacent to the weird Facebook community, but I never really had broke into the shitposting world like I did and started just adding random people with funny accounts, and then, adding people from, however many mutuals they had on Facebook, and it just kept going from there.
Man, it's wild. I feel like shitposting has gone mainstream by 2021. I feel like it's a thing that, you could walk down the street and probably talk to one of your neighbors. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a shitposter too. I shitpost on, Parler.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do live in Pinellas Park, so I'm sure we have like, if you look up like a heat map of Parler users, like I'm probably like an island.
Surrounded.
Yeah, it's true. I was driving. I got a country tape, Brooks and Dunn. I was driving around all the houses that had Trump flags. They're not like Trump flags anymore. It's just like something else. It's like I love Jesus, or like
don't
we gotta unify. Like, and then they're like smiling at me because I'm listening to country music. That was really surreal. All my white neighbors are like, "Hey,"
Damn, you got the sleeper, you got the bricks and done out. You got the sleeper effect on them. They're happy. Florida is something else, man. I love Florida, but I don't know if I could live there. That's a whole different world down there.
Yeah,
But I
it
do
is. It's
love
very
it.
strange.
Not gonna lie. I did want to ask you because you started to mention this, and I did want to ask you anyway, man. I know you are like in the improv world. Improv comedy is a
Yes.
thing, maybe a passion of yours, even. I don't know.
Yes.
Because I've seen pictures, and, you know, and I understand from making sketches with you that you have that spark in you. You know, like
Yes.
how does what you're doing now on the internet? How did that cross over into from improv to this? I guess is what I'm trying to ask. How do those things cross, into the what is the connection?
So that's a great question. I feel like,
It's a weird question.
almost
Sorry, I phrased it weird.
no, I kind of understand what you're saying. Like, I feel like all comedy really is improv. I have a problem with writing things down, so I pretty much improvise everything. But
I
I
relate.
feel like when you're making a meme or you're making a joke or anything, if you write it down, you still had that process of improvising it to some aspect. You had to think of it in your mind before you manifested it on paper or on a recording or anything, and you chose to take that extra step. But you could have just done a performance you could have done it, just improvise. Like it's like almost like it's just out there and it's gone forever. Or you could choose to do it on a different format, whether it be media or whatever.
Absolutely. I understand that you riffing in your mind all the time. Some of it just happens to make it to a meme form or a video form or a shit post, text post form, So I think that's fascinating. It's something that I resonate with deeply. So I always like to get some insight from my guests if they have that improv background. But, speaking of memes, you just started a new meme page that I think is hilarious. That it intersects with the Illuminati crew, and it's Rectum Harder, which we have on the screen there. Harder Rectum _ sorry. But it is a spoof of a company. I was hoping you would tell us the story of why you would decide who you're spoofing and why you decided to make this page.
Okay, so it's been doing it so long I almost forgot the name of the company. It's Rectum, Charter Rectum, or Charter Spectrum. Spectrum Communications. I have them for an internet provider. They misled me. It's a long story, but they scammed me. They lied to me, and then I called them up. I was on the phone, and they said, "Well, I'm sorry, Paul. We know you've been misled, but there's nothing we can do. We're going to use this as a training experience." And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yes, that's correct. We're going to use this as a training experience. I really apologize for your experience, but there's nothing we can do." Like, what the fuck? Like that? Like I had cancer and I'm at the doctor. Like, "I'm sorry, Paul. There's nothing we can do."
This is a terminal customer service experience. You're just gonna die from this shit.
I had called for months about this issue too. It's like ridiculous.
So you were just so pissed that you took your anger and spite and just channeled it into memes, because
It's the only way I could fight back.
I think Rectum is a perfect, it's hard. I think a lot of people have seen that movement of the fast food meme pages and try to do it, just by looking at a page, or I'm sorry, looking at a brand and making a page with the, scramble the letters around, or, try to come up with a rhyme, and they don't always work. But I think Rectum, man, it's a good one. It seems so easy. I'm surprised that hasn't been done. Well, before you go, something wonderful has been, bubbling, blossoming in the background of the Chill Neil show, which is you and our other homie writer, Joshua Bajang. Hopefully I said it right. Correct me, Joshua, if I got it wrong. But y'all been maybe working on a podcast. Is that right?
Yes, we are working on a podcast. It's called Everyone You Know Has a Podcast.
Nice.
We're pretty much just trying to do something creative with our time. We've been working on the show, and we've been really, honing our crafts as comedians and writers. And we're trying to take this opportunity to try and take this down different avenues and collaborate on different projects, because we've been brought together through working on your wonderful show.
Hey, it's been my pleasure. In fact, it's been an honor. I couldn't have done it without you guys. And I mean, to make a self-fulfilling prophecy, everybody does have a podcast. You are making it come true with your new podcast. So I'm looking forward to listening. Do you guys have any prospective date when an episode might drop?
Not at the moment. We're really just trying to get a few episodes recorded before, that way we have a little bit of a back catalog that we can consistently release. But as soon as we do have some information, hopefully next time I'll be on the show, maybe we could give you a date, or hopefully sooner than that.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Pancakes, old Joshua, on the show, and he can talk about the first or second episode.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, I want to say thank you guys. I want to say thank you. I guess I'm thanking all your different personalities, or maybe in my mind I was also thanking Josh. I'm thanking everybody for being on the show. Everybody go check out the page at @harderrectum_ if you want to see some funny memes making fun of Spectrum. Bruno, thank you for being on the show. Maybe would you like to stick around and make some music with me a little bit later at the show?
I'd love to. That'd be wonderful.
Fantastic. All right, well, have a great night. Everybody stay tuned. We're going to do a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Kurger Bing.
Here at Harry Pizza, we're running a holiday special. Harry Thin and Crispy, with a Caesar salad on the side. Our artisanal pizza has hand-pulled hair, fresh from the southern region of Tainsville. We also sprinkle our crust with just a touch of freshly grated dandruff. This Sicilian classic is the inspiration for Harry Pizza. So come on down to Harry Pizza. When you're here, your family.
We the people of Kurger Bing, in order to form a more perfect burger, establish flamboiled patties with quality ingredients stacked deliciously on a sesame seed bun. Because America loves it flamboiled. From sea to shining sea.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. I am excited to welcome our next guest. Wait a second. What the hell's going on with you guys, man? What are you doing here?
Hey, what's up, Neil? It's been a minute since we seen you in the juice box.
Yeah, you think you could have told us something? You were canceling the show before you launched into a whole new late night show.
Oh, Louie, don't worry. I didn't cancel the show. I'm gonna get back to it eventually. We're doing some other things around here right now.
That's not what the HR department said. After a month's vacancy, they threw us on the street and cut our benefits.
Wait, what? We have an HR department?
Not only that, we had to go find new jobs. Louie and I found a pretty nice gig working in Nancy Pelosi's office.
Until last week, that is.
Oh, wow. Wait, y'all were there for that? Y'all were there at the U.S. Capitol when the insurrectionists came? Did they mess with y'all?
Yes, it was terrible, disgusting.
One of them tried to use me to electrocute his balls. I think he may have died, man.
Yeah, one of them sat right on me, Neil. And you know how I hate to be sat on.
He just sat on you, Louie? I mean, that doesn't seem too bad. You are a love seat after all.
You know I hate when people sit on me, Neil. Not to mention he had shit in his britches plumb full, Neil.
Oof, okay. All right, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Plumb full, Neil.
All right, look. All right, you guys, I'll be honest. I didn't know about you getting fired or any of that. I'm going to blame it on Phil. But now that I know, I think we got to do something about this. I got to make it right. I think we can find a place for both of you guys in the green room and get you back to work.
That's a great start, but we need our healthcare benefits and 401k reinstated.
Yeah, but you better have someone come and steam me today.
Okay. We're going to make it happen. Why don't you guys go ahead and get moving so we can get the show started? I'll talk to Phil about all that other shit. All right. Wow. What a weird episode. Everybody on my set is coming to life and asking for health care. I just want to welcome my guests to the show. Let's welcome Travis and Ian from Kurger Bing. Man, how are you guys doing?
Doing great, Chill Neil. How's it going?
Doing good, Neil.
I'm
Thanks for
doing
having
pretty
us
well.
tonight.
I'm drinking on a kombucha right now because we're doing a dry January. Feel is forcing me to stop drinking, and it's not going too well for me yet. But I'm working on it, guys, I swear. So I want to ask you guys right off the bat. There's been a lot of conspiracies I talked about at the top of the show. I think this is the Q conspiracy of the fast food meme world, that I am the person behind Kurger Bing. I saw it in your comments earlier this week.
That's true. That's true. We had a couple people that were almost convinced that you were us for some time, apparently.
How do we convince the viewers that you are not just paid actors?
Man,
I don't
I'm
think
not totally convinced myself, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think we just have to just let the people believe what they want. And, you know, if I end up spending some extra money on Amazon this week, then so be it.
Well, I hope right now your fans are at home looking like Charlie Day with the board with the string, and they're just trying to put it all together. Chill Neil, Whompers, Kurger Bing, McDonald's. I don't know. Somehow it all fits together, but
Mikey, there is no Kurger Bing. No. That's the best scene in that show, man.
I do also get pegged as Charlie Day sometimes. People think that I am Charlie Day. I hate to break it to y'all. I wish I was rich like Charlie Day, but I'm not. I'm just Chill Neil. So I always like to ask some weird questions at the top to kind of just see what comes out, I guess. And I'm just curious if you guys could tell me, if I were to pick one menu item off the Kurger Bing menu to put up my ass, what would you recommend?
Fascinating. You
Cummy
know,
sticks. I'm going with the cummy sticks.
cummy sticks.
Fresh cummy
Always
sticks.
a good answer. Cummy sticks are popular with celebrities. Personally, I go for a whole Whomper.
Wow. I love it.
I stay on brand, Neil.
I was
Actually,
afraid
with-
for a moment you guys will be in agreement, but I like to get the different perspectives.
I was going to say, you know, with it being 2021, we also were offering 5G towers for a short time.
Oh, nice.
So
Wow.
that's another option. Could be dangerous. Could
The
be
conspiracy
a little
deepens.
risky.
I'm
Just like
drinking
that-
horse cum right now.
Damn, this man stands by his product. Well, you know, that actually leads perfectly into my next question, which is I wanted to know, when it comes to fast food sauces, I know y'all talk a lot about sauces in the Kurger Bing memes. What is the absolute pinnacle sauce from either Kurger Bing or any fast food place? What is the clutch sauce if you had to pick one sauce that you could use for the rest of your life?
All right. Did you ever try the spicy Big Mac sauce from McDonald's?
I did not.
It was rubbish. So that's why I only eat Zesty Suck from Kurger Bing, my man.
That's kind of what I was hoping for, but I needed to ask. All right. Well, I do want to ask some more serious questions about the world of making memes. More specifically, I would love to know, how did you guys come to making memes as Kurger Bing as a duo? Like, what's the story behind the two of y'all coming together to make Kurger Bing?
I'll take this one, Ian. Thanks, though. I was already bothering Ian frequently for photoshopping advice. We met in a meme group, and I kind of just started bugging him for a little assistance in learning how to use Photoshop. And then it just got to the point to where it had already been like a year of me bugging him all the time. And then, you know, a hot template or something comes out, and then we're both going into panic mode to make a meme with it. And actually, if we're being honest, I think it was my idea. I thought that we should do Burger King after we saw Dalton doing McDonald's after his one went super duper viral.
Yeah.
2 days, they had like 30,000 shares. I was like, we can fucking do this.
In
We
the
can fucking do
in
this.
the
And then
in the
Ian being
beginning, we were all
pessimist,
salty. We were all salty because we saw him pulling like hundreds of likes just in the meme groups, and then we go look at his page, and already he's up to 30,000, but he was only at 20,000 yesterday. What's going on?
Yeah.
So
Sucks.
Travis comes to me. He's like, "Man, we need to start a page too." And at the beginning, I was like, "No, man, that's." You know, we just be clinging on. We just be clinging on. But later that day,
Later that week,
was it?
this
No,
guy
man,
said,
it
"No,
was,
we're not
it
doing
was,
it." You
I
said no.
swear it was like
It was-
either that day or the very next day. I
No, it
saw
was 2 or 3
I
days
saw
later.
the original Kurger Bing meme from back in the day that somebody had made with the edit, and underneath it said, "Yes, we are aware we have a fucked up sign," and I took it as a sign. I don't know, like
this guy messaged me and was like, "All right, we're doing it. Set the page up."
Doing it. I sent in the picture, and
it's like I'm taking my kids to school right now, and then when I get back,
I'm gonna get rid of the kids, and then we're gonna make this happen.
So we'd already kind of been working together, and then I would say that we have a pretty equal say in how we kind of do things, and we if one of us has a straight up idea, the other one is not afraid to be like, well, I feel like that's good, but let's tweak it with this. And we just kind of, ping pong it until we have something that we are pretty good with as far as posting.
I think that's fascinating to hear the back and forth, because a lot of meme creators are just shitting out of their brain constantly, whatever the idea is that they can make. But, you guys have like a miniature editorial process going because you have a partnership. It's
and it makes it so much better because, we can really hone those memes, really nail those jokes down. Because if you're just memeing with yourself, you've got that idea. You can't really see it from anybody else's perspective. It's your joke. You think it's funny. You always think your jokes are funny. You get it on the page and you're like, man, that is pure gold. And then you get it out in the group and it sinks. You're like, what did I do wrong? But this way,
Too niche.
I can send it to Travis. He can be like, no, nobody cares about that anymore. Travis can send it to me. I can be like, you missed your lines here on this picture. So, really whittle those memes down to their most pure form.
Y'all out here whittling memes. We have a request in the chat. We heard somebody's kitty cat in the back. Is it possible? Can we get the cat on the stream?
Is that Mr. Danky?
They want to see. They say, "Show us the baby." There we go.
Here
now
he
we're
is.
talking.
All right.
Well, you're famous now, motherfucker.
The big stars are here. This is what I'm talking about.
I would pick my cat up, but she's a big girl, and
think he's long.
not gonna like it.
Okay. Well, hey, we don't want any
She is here,
injuries
though.
on the show. I don't actually have. This show doesn't have health insurance for the record, or accident coverage or anything.
I
so
didn't agree to that at all.
I know,
Wait,
right?
what about my 401k?
I can't tell you about these things until you're actually on the show. Otherwise, you guys would never come on.
It's true.
But going back to the memes, I feel like we will make 3 or 4 with the same premise of a joke, but we'll reword it and retool it 2 or 3 times, and I just call it, like I said, ping pong it.
Oh man,
back
and forth.
Let's go.
We'll go back and
then
forth.
he'll disappear for
10
an hour.
times. Yeah.
Well,
We'll
it's
disappear for an hour, and
different
he's like, all right,
schedules.
let's post.
I'm curious though, I want to ask y'all more about the process behind Kurger Bing, but I know y'all, and I know that you make so many memes, way, way more memes than beyond just what you do for Kurger Bing. Maybe y'all can take turns real quick and just tell me, how did you even get into making memes in general? What led you to that, and what made you get so into making memes?
Ian?
So let's see. Picture it. Washington D.C. 2016.
Wow.
Donald Trump is really getting close to being the Republican presidential nominee. And I'm posting all kinds of stuff on my own Facebook wall, and all my friends are like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you posting so much? So I was like, all right. I need to start somewhere to put all this stuff about Trump. So I started up a little political page, and got into some political groups, and they were, making Trump memes and running around stealing each other's memes and posting them on their little liberal Facebook page. And I was like, I want to do that. And I made a Trump meme with him and Angela Merkel that went viral, man.
You got
and
the
it
taste.
was like my 3rd or 4th meme, and I was like, oh, I'm a god. I'm a meme god. I need to give more to the people. So after that first one went viral, didn't make anything else viral for a long time, but it was there. It was there. I was trying to get that feeling back again, that rush.
Absolutely, you were bitten. Most of us, our dopamine receptors are destroyed by the meme game. Maybe
Oh my God,
Travis'
dude.
story is similar. Did you come into the
I'm a
meme
hot
game
mess.
this way? I know sometimes you say you sleep well at night when you have a hit, so tell me more.
And when you get that dopamine drug, it's like being in a hospital.
It's definitely not good for our mental health, but we don't have a lot of options
It's
right
true.
now. So memes are actually a healthy outlet for now.
Actually, I really do believe Kurger Bing has actually been a good thing for my mental health.
Nice. Wow.
And in a way, because you
absolutely.
get one or two good memes, you're good, and it really shoots off and it does good. And then I can post my niche bullshit in all these groups. And so what? It does 13 reacts. Okay, well, I'm fucking happy with it. And I laughed at it making it. And I sent it to my brother, and I know that he giggled, when he looked at it. So, but I had a friend that passed away a couple years ago, but he used to be, probably he was a weird Facebook kind of guy.
Oh.
And he was just a rabid shit poster. When I went to high school with him, and he shared something from useless, unsuccessful, unpopular memes. I got into there in 2015. Tepid waters. I didn't really want to get into it, because you post something and they'll call Jack, and you could just see it in the comments. So I slowly dipped my foot in, and I would make a few, and a lot of stuff would get deleted. Most of my stuff was not photoshopped. It was mostly just text over an image of a joke. I had a few that actually did not get deleted. I had one hit a K though, and that was,
feels good.
That
That's what
feels
you
real
want.
good.
That's what you
And
want
I
in
had
that
so many
group.
people saying it should have been deleted, and the fact that it didn't get deleted, and now that the group is dead, that doesn't matter anyways. But the fact that it didn't get deleted and it hit 1,000, and that's what the really good memers are going for. And I'm like, well, maybe I can do this. And then I had some more get deleted with bad reasons from that group. They'd say, well, this wasn't oomy enough. What is oomy enough? It was a piece of shit. What do you care? Let it stay. Who cares?
It was very unsuccessful.
But their help desk wouldn't even give you a good answer. They wouldn't even tell you who deleted it. They would just say, well, just make it more oomy. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. And then I found that's fine. I don't want Normie Trash seeing my memes anyways, which was a spinoff, which I now admin. It's now called This Page Has Horrible Memes, I Quit. Well, Ian, you were on the short list, but but I now admin in there, and they really showed me the ropes. Ian showed me the ropes, and I just saw these people just having a good time. Like, okay, so something similar was made before. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, you probably didn't see it. Oh, somebody made that meme in 1977 on a napkin. We had to delete it. That's how worked. But TF, we were doing things quite different, and we learned. I feel like they learned a lot of lessons that I learned from them. And
that's fine. Is where I made the transition from political memes to just general topic memes.
I actually made one that made his viral. So I did what was that one? It's the one with the Vietnam War. Apocalypse Now, but I did Apocalypse Wow with Owen Wilson, and then he did Space Wow Boys, and he went so viral off that, and I was like,
"That's how I do. That's how I do."
I love that.
So,
we got some people in the chat. They say I miss I don't miss but maybe I do a little bit. But I feel
if you liked it, then that's cool. But
it has
when
a
you've had
different
enough memes deleted,
taste in the mouth for different people, depending on what your experience was. I definitely had a lot of memes deleted as well, which I think that's just the hard part. That group, you had to get accustomed to that. I never hit a K either. That's probably the only reason I miss it.
You had that one that was real close though.
It was so damn close. It was the beanie meme that had like 900 or something.
The group might be back. It's under review, so it could come back. We'll bump it for you.
Maybe
I'll
one day.
bump the shit out of it.
It's okay.
That's the only thing I go in there for is to bump other people's memes now.
That was just the proving. That was where I started to get my sea legs, which it sounds like for you guys you did as well. But now you have a page that has north of 100,000. And, we kind of understand how you got there. But I would love for you guys to give us just a small bit of insight about making memes for a page like that. For instance, I would love to know, you guys are very consistent about posting. How do you find a rhythm of making memes so regularly?
Well, it starts off with not working at the moment because of the pandemic. That helps a lot.
Rest in peace
other
to your
than
job.
that,
I'm sorry.
I mean, we're always thinking about memes and making memes about whatever's hot at the moment.
We are pretty close on the trends. Sometimes we're actually ahead of the trend before the mainstream picks it up, and then it sinks, and then we post it again in 6 months and it does better.
Everybody's like, "Oh, look at that."
So what you're saying is that you guys are just already in meme mode. You just happen to be able to shift the gear over to Kurger Bing mode on a daily basis. But like, I would be curious, how many memes do you think you make by yourself in a day on average?
3 or 4, 5 or 6.
All right.
Depends on the day. Sometimes 1 or 2. Sometimes I'm closer to like 10 when I really, you're in the group chat. When I lean into it and I just start going with it.
Some days
you
have
get
good
the groove.
days. Some days you have days.
We also did post a lot to grow the page really fast. We were posting 2 or 3 a day, just racking our heads with the dumbest shit.
Well, and you'd be amazed.
I'm a 12-year-old as it is.
You'd be amazed how much stuff is out there that can be, transformed into fast food or, just Kurger Bing related material. It surprises me every day. And like we say to each other sometimes, how do we still have content after what did we say, like 2 years and 3 months?
Wow.
Yeah, like how have we had content for at least 1 post a day?
We probably made at least
sometimes 2 or 3.
I appreciate how y'all have kind of genres of Kurger Bing memes too, because sometimes you go into the wrestling memes that they have their own look, and then sometimes you go into the Twin Peaks you kind of deviate off the course of like a fake ad into like a theme that I enjoy. All the variety.
We got the fake ads. We got one of my favorite is we don't do it very often, but the depressing morning posts are one of my favorite things of Kurger Bing.
Speaking of which, I sent you one earlier, and you're gonna have to review that one. Talk about it.
Wow, memes are happening right here on the show. I almost forgot. Shout outs to actually 2 people. I forgot last week, our guest John Paul Zieglerman. He's a great meme maker. I forgot to put his memes up on the screen, and I forgot to show Paulo's memes. I get so excited, but I do have some of y'all's memes on the screen, just so everybody can know. If they have never seen Kurger Bing, I don't know how that would happen, but now y'all can get a taste. And before we go, I just wanted to ask you guys if you have any advice for people that they love memes, they follow meme pages, they share memes to all their friends, but they've never made memes, and they kind of want to get into it. What would you say to people that are looking to get into this kind of thing?
Download an app.
Yeah.
Download, man. Even if it's called Meme Generator, download it. Yeah, I still use Mematic. Download it
on occasion.
Learn how to use it. Once you've reached the threshold of what you can do with that app, find a better app.
I would say don't just start a page either. Don't just start a page straight off the bat. I would
get an
idea. Post and see what people like and learn the apps. And as you get better at the apps, I feel like you can do so much more. From where I started as just putting some stupid text and making jokes about sad, depressing things or my shitty life at the time versus now, I feel like we've, it's really come quite far in the last 2-3 years since I've been in TF. So
it's basically art.
I would say just get
the
the
practice, right? You got to hone those skills.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to post something, and just if it sinks, so be it.
I'd say if you're gonna start a page, start a page with a theme, something centered around, because that's what people are looking for when they go out looking for pages. They want something consistent they can expect from that page every time. So if it's just back and forth between serious stuff and funny stuff, they're eventually gonna find more consistent pages to follow. The audience
will be confused AF.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys for being on the show. Thank you for giving a little bit of advice to our viewers out there. I know we have a whole range of different types of viewers, people that either have pages like yourselves or just getting started. So it means a lot to be able to share this knowledge with them. Before we go, though, I do want to plug next week's show. We got a couple of great guests. We got my homie Rachel Call from Resistance's Tactile. She makes beautiful pieces of artwork that are also jewelry, mask, all those kind of things. And then the homie Zara Amity from several different places. You might know her as I binge watch Friends on my Psychic TV, or maybe Side Chick Trash Void, or even the new one, Edging on Company Time. I love that name. So make sure you tune in next week for those homies. Kurger Bing, Travis, and Ian, man, thank you guys so much for being here. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you, Chill Neil.
Happy to be here, Neil. Thanks for having us.
Well, y'all have a great night. Everybody stick around. We got a special musical performance coming up next from myself, as well as the homie Bruno Brodelli, right after the commercial break. We'll be right back.
Always flam boil. That's right. We flam boil them all day, every day. Kurger Bing. Unless you're an idiot.
Did you or a family member not die from something that didn't make you stronger? Can you or a family member breathe for the first time? Are you or a family member Kelly Clarkson? Would you like to host our new show, a show called The Kelly Clarkson Show? Then we want you. This may seem like an ad for a very specific audience, so why did we make this commercial? Well, we're pretty shy, and we really don't have any industry connections. Plus, we see that you already have your own show called The Kelly Clarkson Show, so I guess the chances of making this happen are pretty slim. But we thought if you see this commercial, then maybe? Just kidding. Unless? No, just kidding. Unless? If you are a family member or Kelly Clarkson, please call our hotline at 720-893-0166. That's 720-893-0166. Operators are standing by. What's up, everybody? Damn, look at the chat. It's going all the way down to the bottom of the screen. That's crazy, man. Well, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We do have one more special thing planned for you. We're going to be having a special musical performance from me, Chill Neil, also featuring my homie, Bruno Brodelli. Let's hit it.
Man, I can't believe I lost my best homie in the game. All we wanna do is hang out, but he joined in that Cool Rich gang. Why you wanna play me like that when you know I ain't that? Always snacking on that nacho cheese, give me all that orange dust. All I wanna see is that orange stuff up on my thumb and that middle finger too. If it's good enough, cause you know I got the 3-finger touch. When I get that corn chip out, it better be that orange stuff. Don't fuck around if you got that Cool Ranch, but I'm gonna take you out back for that 7-Eleven, cause you tried to roll up on me acting like somebody else. I thought you was my homie from back in the day when we opened up the Doritos bag and then we would just play all our video games, sipping on that Mountain Dew. All I wanna do is tuck you in, homie, but I can't because coronavirus. Damn, I can't believe I lost my homie to the Cool Ranch gang. How that happened to me? Damn, I can't believe I lost my homie to the Cool Ranch gang. We used to hang and game in the living room, drinking Mountain Dew and eating nacho cheese Doritos in the living room, drinking Mountain Dew and eating nacho cheese Doritos. Damn, I can't believe I lost my homie to the nacho cheese gang. Why is this happening to me? Yeah.
All right, y'all. That's our show for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to the Nacho Cheese Gang. Shout out to my writers in the writers room. Love you guys. And make sure if you didn't smash that like and subscribe button, you do it right now. And for all the real G's, go hit up the Patreon because I can always use your support. All right. Anyway, like I said, that's our show. I love you guys. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.